Hey John, I just wanted to show you what we've got right now. I do not have the 55/8 small triggers on at all. This is strictly the 34/5. Here, let me turn off my reversal bars over here. So that's just everything we had talked about. So this is live market. I'm just gonna go back and see what we've got. Nothing there. Here, this one we would have, looks like a touch. Might have missed it by a tick or something, but looks like it might have gotten it. That one, looks like it's a miss. Miss. Well, all of these wouldn't have taken anyway because of the time, but that's, if we were running it 24/7, that one would have gotten it. It would have gotten it right there because I have a 2-tick minimum. So, or this, whichever is greater, and in this case, it would have gotten it in right there. This one would have gotten it in right here, short, and that would have been a loser. Let me write that down real quick. Hold on. Well, here, you know what I could do? Let me just throw on, for visual purposes only, let me throw on the, and I can't do that here. Let's just come back to that. I'll just write a note on. So 2014, we'll come back to that one. I don't know what the 55/8's doing. Oh, hold on. All right, I'm back. I do it this way. So yes, that would be a loser because it'd be going down. It would have caught it right there at that 55, and it would have failed. So that's a loser. Yeah, didn't do anything. Didn't get it. This one would have gone down right here, and that would have been another loser. How are we going to prevent that? Because those triggers are going down on the small 55. Okay, so that's 2 loser. Nothing. There you go. There's a winner. Let's see what the 55s are doing. Oh yeah, a little tiny wick there. But yeah, you know what? That might not have gotten it. That might not have gotten it. That looks like a miss by a tick or so. Nothing. That would have gotten it. That would have been a short. So we got to prevent this one here. So yeah, the earnings going short. There is a gap there, although, yeah, no, that's a gap. They're both going down, and that's a gap. And there's your 55 right there. So that's the third loser. So, because oh, I take that back. No, the 55's going up. Yeah, so I think that might not have taken it if I had the 55 on there. So maybe I should just do that. This one here is a winner. That's a winner. Oh no, wouldn't have gotten it. Just missed it, it looks like. Nope. 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 Oh, that's a winner. Oh, is it? I would have gotten in right there. Yeah, that's a winner. You know what? I'll go back to that one. Oh yeah, that's a winner. Even with the 55. Yeah, I would have gotten in right there. That looks like a winner, or certainly the first. Yeah, that's a winner. Too short. That's I would have gotten in right there. Yeah, because it's not on this bar until it's off, so it would have already captured it right there. And oh, wow. Yeah, I don't have it set to go to break even until it hits the first target. So that's a loser. Although there's no reason to keep it way up like that. When it gets to 30 or something, we can move it up. But needless to say, that's a loser. Yeah, because you would have been stopped out. Yeah, right there. Yeah, loser. Here you go. That's a winner. Oh, there's a winner. All right, so maybe I should throw. Let me see what that does. Yeah, let me throw on the 55 and come back to it. That I would have gotten in right there. That would have been a loser. What does the 55 say? 55's up. So yeah, so that's a loser. I don't know how to prevent that. Yeah, what are you gonna do? That's would have gone right here. That's a loser. Pop you out and then it would go. Yeah, that's all down. 55 small triggers down. We'll have to keep looking for something else to stop it. What we need to do is look at those losers and identify something that the winners don't have. That's a winner. Go back to that one real quick. Yeah, they're going up. That one might have turned off. We might have captured that one. Depends how fast it is. Might have gotten that one. It might have turned off. I'm thinking that might have turned off because it didn't happen on this bar, but it turned off and then it went. So I don't think we'd have that one. No. Yeah, if the price, yeah, I don't know. We might want to consider putting on EMA, let's say 34. Let me do this. Yeah, no, that's a 34. What's the 21? Yeah. That would have been a loser. Yep, because that's going down even with the 55. This is a.
You've got mail.
This one is a winner. That one's a winner, and this one's a loser. And notice the chop here. Yeah, I could put on chop box or something to figure that out. All right, I'm just gonna go to 8. Nothing. Okay, so here's the open. So, well, I wouldn't have gotten that at 9:30 because it would have been off, but it would have been a winner. As this one, nope, I didn't get it. This one is a winner. That one we could have gotten because I have it turned on. My time is I'll do the first hour, and I turn it off at news for 10 minutes, and then it turns back on at 9:35 at the open. It'll turn on after the news. I'm sorry, it's at 8:35 after the news. It'll turn off at 9:25, turns back on at 9:35. So this one would have gotten that one. So this one would have been, well, it's 8:40. Yeah, it didn't come back far enough. This one would have, no. All right, so let me, as a winner, if you're doing it at 8, no, I wouldn't have had this one. But if we did have a 24/7, you would have gotten that one. I'm wondering if I should throw on the, maybe let me do that real quick. Hold on. All right, so I'm starting again with the 55.8 is on. I don't have a plot in here, no need to, but it is on. So, no pullback. Now this one here missed a 21, but again, no. So, no, nope. I'm going to take off that 21. I'll just leave it on for now. There we go. Okay, so nope. Yes, it would have gotten it right there. That's a loser. Nope, didn't get it. Nope. Yes, here's a short right here. Loser. Well, here, this is all 8 o'clock at night. Sorry about that. Let's forget that for time purposes. Let's go to, let's start right about here. Let's go. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go here. Right here. Start here. So, nope, didn't get it. Nope, 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 nope. 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 Here we go. That's the one we would have gotten. So that's one winner. Yeah, would have gotten it right here. We already said that one. All right, so that's 2 winner. Yeah, would have gotten in there. So that's a loser. So 2 and 1. Would have gotten in there. That's a loser. So 2 and 2. Would have gotten this one right here. So 2 and 3. Winner, 3 and 3. Nope, so 3 and 3, so 3 and 4. This is a winner, so 4 and 4. Loser, 4 and 5. This one would have gotten it. No wick. Requires a 2 wick minimum. So we're at 4 and 5. Doesn't look like it touched. Maybe. Nah, it didn't touch. That's a winner. 4 and 5. So 5 and 5. We already talked about that one. No. No. It's a loser. So 5 and 6. And what was all that chop crap? This one 5 and 6, 5 and 7. I don't think it would have gotten that one. Yep. So 6 and 7. No. Yep. So 7 and 7. Nope. would say it would not have gotten it. It might have gotten that one, so that might be a loser. Maybe not. Yeah, no, I think it would have gotten it. No, it didn't. It turned off. I think we might have gotten it because it would have been active right here, and it didn't turn until this bar closed, and by that time we were already in it. So that's a loser. So what are we at? 7 and 8, I think. Winner, or at least half a winner. I'll call that a winner because it would have gone to break even. So 8 and 8. And right here, loser. So 8 and 9. Winner. 9 and 9. Oh, this is 2 o'clock. Okay, so we're good. So basically it's a 9 and 9, a 50-50 ratio on the win-loss. However, the losses are only 30 ticks. The winners are 40 and 62, with the exception of that one that only took 1 of the 40. But so you're taking 100 ticks out and losing 30. So that's I'm gonna try. I'm gonna run it. See what happens today. All right. Let me know.